I don't know. I mean, I guess it's one of the more intriguing battles that takes place, even just in real life as well. This constant. So in the end, who knew? But Venom. Hello. How are you, Gabriella?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I love wherever you are. It looks amazing.
Oh, it is stunning here. Yeah, I'm in upstate New York. It's a beautiful place up here.
Yeah, it looks like.
And where are you?
Thank you for your time. I'm at my place. Yeah, in Mexico, in my place.
At your house?
I had a lot of time. Yeah, I had a lot of time to get this studio going. So, yes.
Very nice.
All I ever wanted in this world is carnage.
I would like to start by asking you, because I think it is true that we, for some reason, love serial killers. I don't understand why, but I'm curious on whether or not you got to love something about Cletus while preparing for this role.
Well, I played a serial killer one other time. The thing I discovered is that they've always got some damage, considerable damage, usually from childhood, where they didn't get much love or any love. You know what I mean? And that put them in a really dark place for life, generally. And so in this case, there is some little boy quality, I feel like, to Cletus Kasady that I find endearing, still recognizing that he is a serial killer. So but anyway, it's an interesting that there's more than one shade to the character.
Lady here, we should be out there snacking on bad guys. I am a predator. I need to be free.
You have got to get control of your aggression, or you will get hauled off into Area 51. You live in my body. You live by my rules.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. Please let me fix it so I can forget again. You are a loser.
Francis had such a difficult childhood. What was the key point for you to build this version of Shriek?
So for me, the key point, I think the jumping off point was really her voice. Because once I found the character's voice, and hers is so particular, because obviously she spent like 25 years or something insane in isolation and not being able to communicate with anybody, and not being able to use her power, which is her voice. So her voice is very, very strangulated and shrieky. And so finding that was really my access point to her.
And what do you think is what she sees in Cletus? Because they have a special relationship.
Yeah, they do have a very special relationship. And I think they're united in their rage and their pain as well. I think they both come from really traumatized early childhood situations, and I think that really bonds them. And I feel as though, I think what happens with them is that they are sort of half themselves when they're not together, and then when they come together, they're like this heightened version of themselves. So they're like, they're like dynamite for each other, really.
Eddie Brock, I want to give you my story. People love serial killers.
Cletus, why me?
What's mine is yours. And what's yours is mine. I have tasted blood before, and that is not it. All I ever wanted in this world is carnage.
I think that certainly the heartbreak of what happened between himself and Shriek, it had a big impact on his life, when he was taken away from her. And but then when they're united, it seems like they're kind of hell-bent on destruction. But it sure is nice to get that young couple back together.
For sure. And you know, I just met you today, but you seem like a very nice person. Like your face is a very kind face, but then you see Cletus and it's actually very scary. So are there like any tricks you can actually grab or you can do to get into the mindset of that person we're going to see on screen, like maybe music or anything that helps you out as an actor?
Well, I certainly do feel like it was almost unnaturally easy to slide into this character. I don't know. I do have some what would you call it? Just a long shadow that it comes in handy in situations like this. Although I do generally feel like a very happy, kind person, I do feel like there's some darkness in the soul as well.
I'm not a crazy man. I am a vengeful one.
And talking about, Shriek's childhood, was there any aspect of her childhood that actually helped you build out this character and kind of understand her mindset as well?
I mean, I think, to be honest, it's being sent away that was like the real trigger for her, that, to Ravenscourt, the Institute, which is like a really brutal place where she has all these authority figures who, she is someone who's totally anti-authority, and then she's being told constantly what to do. And I think that whole situation is like is a match to her Tinder in terms of like her exploding as a person and becoming really vengeful. And I mean, if she'd managed to stay at home, maybe she'd been a completely different person. Who knows?
Oh shit! Whoa, where you going? That is a red one.
You need to come out right now. I will let you eat everybody.
Promise.
I promise.
Oh yeah.
I actually love how Cletus is actually very aware of consequences, as Eddie is not. Why do you think his outcome is worse than Eddie's, despite the fact that he actually is aware of consequences?
Well, I mean, it's really a fight between good and evil in the end, as are a lot of the Marvel universe is the fight between good and evil, which is, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's one of the more intriguing battles that takes place, even just in real life as well. This constant. So, in the end, who knew? But Venom.
Eddie, you feel like home to me. Like family.